gentlemen, what's going on? 1247, the great one. It's always a great day to be great, gentlemen. Like I always tell you guys, you gentlemen, you come out here, be the greatest version of yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. And stop listening to the Communitah. Stop listening to these people in the Communitah. And you gentlemen, be the greatest version of you. And gentlemen, lead the way. That's what I want to say. Gentlemen, lead the way. Right? There's only two options. Listen, for you so-called African American men, you only had two options. Either you're going to lead or you're going to leave. But I mean, you got three. I'll take it back. You got three options. But those who are, practicing SYSBM, basically you only got one option, and that's to basically just leave. But that's only to the 20 to 25% of you that's actually going to do it. But to the 80, 75, 80%, listen, gentlemen, you can lead or you can stay around and do whatever. But I'm telling you, gentlemen, that's ready to see change now, gentlemen. You're gonna either lead or you won't have to leave. Me personally, I'm leaving. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the whole community altogether. Because I don't understand why I talked about this like probably 2 years ago, but I don't understand why, gentlemen, why are you staying around a community that is just using you anyways? You're being used. So why are you sticking around? You're not going to lead these women. These women have solely taken over the community. They've taken it over, gentlemen. These women are 50 plus years ahead of you men in the so-called community. 50, I mean, they've taken over the community since the 60s, gentlemen. So you gentlemen sticking around and see what's about to happen, gentlemen, gentlemen, you gotta leave. Either you're gonna lead people or you're gonna leave. And you trying to lead the whole community to the promised land and all that other stuff, gentlemen, that's done. So to me as a man, we are supposed to lead. That's what we are created to do. We are to lead. And if the people in the Communitah don't want you to lead them, then guess what, gentlemen? You're going to have to leave them. If you're not going to lead them, then you leave them. That's just how gentlemen, that's how it's going down. That's how it's going down in 2022. You're going to either lead. You're either going to lead these people or you're going to leave these people. That's it. Don't feel bad about it, gentlemen. You as a man, you got to make moves. You cannot be stagnant. We don't have time. We don't have time to wait around and to see what's happening. And if we don't have time to wait around another 10, 15 years. We don't have we don't even have time to wait another year. Another 30 days, another 6 months, another 30 days, gentlemen. You got to make moves. You got to make moves with whoever you're going to make moves with. And if the people in the community are so comfortable with being whatever they are, gentlemen, then it's time to leave. I don't care how. Listen, gentlemen. As a man, we cannot be so bogged down by the feelings and emotions of these women. You can't be bogged down by the feelings and emotions of these women. These women don't want things to change. And since these women don't want things to change, gentlemen, you can't stick around. As I tell brothers all the time, listen, the more you stick around the so-called Communitah, makes you look more and more like what I say. It makes you look more like a bitch. You're not a real man. This is what one of the videos I put up already. like 4 videos ago. This woman talking about this ABW talking about some you men are not men. They don't view you as a man. They view you as a bitch. So gentlemen, you sticking around the so-called community makes you look more and more like a bitch because these women have fully taken over the community. The community is a matriarch. This is what it is. There's no point of fighting against it. There's no part of arguing against it, gentlemen. The community is a matriarch, and there's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing that you're going to do. There's nothing, like, listen, it's nothing's going to change. It's a matriarch. That's what it is. That's what's always going to be. It's life. You're not going to regain you're not going to regain a foothold in the community. It's all ran by women right now. And it's okay. But you can't stick around. You want things to change. You want things to get better. You want things to do this. Gentlemen, you're going to have to be the change. But the thing is, you're going to have to create that change somewhere else. I say all the time, gentlemen, the Communitah doesn't want to change. So you can't come to the Communitah wanting them to change. No, gentlemen, you have to be the change, and the change that you desire, you're going to have to create that somewhere else. It is what it is. These people in the Communitah have made their bed. Now they got to lie in it. It's not up to me to come and rebuild and do this, and I'm supposed to support and do X, Y, and Z. Nah, gentlemen, you don't do none of that stuff anymore. That's a wrap. Like with me, like, you know, love my family, still back up in upstate New York, but it's not up to me to go to them to get them to change. That's not how it works. I move, I separate myself from the mediocrity. I go elsewhere. I create whatever I'm trying to create. If they want to get down with my program, then they should come to you. You should not be going back to anybody. Once you have left that certain community or that certain place, gentlemen, you don't go back. This is what gets a lot of you brothers jammed up. You gentlemen keep going back to your home, and I understand you got mine. Here's the thing, I'm not telling you to abandon anybody. But gentlemen, the thing is, once I have left so-called upstate New York, I'm not going back. It's not up to me to keep going back to them. I want change. You don't. So what's the point of me coming back to you when you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again? And if I keep coming to you with this change stuff, sooner or later you're going to get mad at me. Oh, every time you come, you always talking about change. You always talking about changing this and trying to do this and trying to do that. Why do you always keep coming around here with this new stuff, man? I'm good right where I'm at. See, this is where your family's at. They good right where they at. They not trying to change. They not trying to do nothing. And I'm gonna tell you this again. It's not up to me to change them. I'm gonna take me and my ideas and whatever I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab whoever I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna go elsewhere. I'm gonna create the change somewhere else. And if these old people in the Communitah want to link up with me, you have to come to me. I am not coming back to you whatsoever. That's not how it works. You have to come to me now. When you come to me, I'm not gonna be that exclusive. I'm just, listen. If you want my time and energy, hell, now you have to pay for that. Because when I came to you before with this idea and this idea and this idea to do this and this idea to do that, y'all didn't want it. But now all of a sudden, I'm making moves, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You think I'm about to come all the way back to to the place I left decades ago and take what what it say? What's the Bible say? Cast your pearls before the swine. You think I'm gonna take my good ideas and the things that I'm doing elsewhere? I'm gonna bring that all the way back to this old place where you guys are still sitting around chilling? Nah, gentlemen. going back to the top, gentlemen. You're going to either lead or you're going to leave. Make a decision. Make a decision. You don't wait around to see what's going to happen, and these people are going to rock with your program. None of that stuff even matters anymore. Now it's come to a point. It's crunch time, gentlemen. You either going to stay around or you're going to leave. I made up my mind. Listen, I'm rolling. If these old people in the community want to bang with me, now you have to come to me. I'm not coming back to you any longer. I'm done. That's how it has to be. You gotta show these people you about your business. This is how people waste your time, man. This is how people in the community waste your time. All this crying and complaining because these people want you to come back. They want you to. The thing is, a lot of these people they hate on you so bad, and they do all this gaslighting and snotting and crying and complaining because they don't want you to move forward. It's not like these people are hurting. They hurting for money, this, that, and the third. They doing just whatever they've been doing. They doing just fine. But then these people want to cry and do this and do that. Oh my God! And what about the kids and da da da? Now listen, you was doing just fine when before I got into whatever I was getting into. You were doing just fine. Yeah, gentlemen, don't let these people gaslight you up and you got to come back and you got to do X, Y, and Z. Nah, gentlemen, because that's a lot of times this is how you gentlemen get yourselves hurt. A lot of you gentlemen pulling up to the old hood and you're doing good. You got your car, you're doing your thing. You see these old people still doing the same thing they was doing, still doing the same thing when you left. But now here you come, you might have wife, kids, and you got to doing decent, this, that, and the third, and you got these people still slumming. Gentlemen, this is how you get yourself hurt. These people gonna look at you. I remember when you were like 15 and this, that, and the third, and the thing is, it'd be some of your family members that trying to get your own family members will try to get you hurt. Because they remember when all of you were together, but then you like me, I shipped out. I tell you guys all the time, I shipped out of Rochester, New York back in 2000. I left Rochester for 21 years ago. Hell, the last time I visited my parents was like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Went to my old neighborhood. Old neighborhood's gotten real bad. Again, peace and love to the people back upstate, but like me coming up to y'all, I can't do that. It's time for me to move forward. Going back and forth. Nah, man, you listen. I tell people all the time, listen, if you want to rock with me, come see what I'm doing. I don't need to come see what you're doing. You've been doing the same thing when I left in 2000. You've been doing the same thing, the same program, the same talking point, the same. It's not up to me to come back to you to make sure you're good. I'm doing something new. These people know, and the thing is, some of you guys know you've been doing something different. You've been getting to different things, and hell, you might even have people in your old neighborhood talking about you. Oh, he trying to do X, Y, and Z, gentlemen. I've been down that road, man. I've been down that road, gentlemen. Listen, don't feel bad because you've moved forward. This is why I said you're going to have to either lead or you're going to have to lead. Like, what is your choice? The choice is yours. The people in the community are not going to change. I have made up in my mind, listen, these people in the community are not going to change. It is what it is. My eyes, I see what I see. And what I see is not going to change, ever. So you guys need to come back and X, Y. No, I don't need to come back and do anything. You're just a hater and you just don't want to see me do well. You don't want to see me on TV. You don't want to see me do X, Y, and Z. You don't want to see me do this, that, like I told you I was going to do. That's why these people gaslight you. Because they're just a bunch of haters. including your family, including your old friends and your cousins and them. Yeah, they're just haters. Oh, you need to come back and visit. I don't need to come back and visit anybody. If you guys want to see what I'm doing, you need to come and see what I am doing. I'm not going to bring what I am doing back to these old places. That doesn't make sense. This is why a lot of these basketball players, they don't go back to their old hoods like that. They might throw a charity at the local rec center down the street, but they're not going back to their hood like that. Sure, they roll to the hood for like a good 15 minutes and they rolling out because they know you stick around long enough, you're gonna get yourself hurt. You see a lot of guys from high school and now they sitting up there, they got all these baby mamas and I'm trying to get myself together. Like, bro, you said that for the last two decades now. Oh yeah. But yeah, last time I talked to you, I was trying to get X, Y, and Z. I was trying to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, what you got going on, man? I'm doing blah 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 blah. You start naming all the stuff you're doing, the places you've been to. People start getting jealous, man. Oh, okay, all right. Yo, man, I get at you. Yo, what's up, bro? I thought you wanted for the trip. Nah, man, I'm good, man. I got things to do, this, that, and the third. Because there you go, the jealousy. Jealousy. But yeah, John, going back to the top, man, John, you either going to lead or you're going to leave. The Communitah is what it is, gentlemen. There's no change in the Communitah. It's not up to you to come back to bring your stuff that you're doing, that you're developing with other groups of people, bring it all the way back to these people so they can, destroy it, tear it down, speak against it. Oh, you trying to do so-and-so, and you're trying to build this, and you're trying to do that. Oh, man, I don't. You shouldn't do that, and this, that, and the third. Come on, man. You don't have time to deal with these people like that. Too many other. Listen, I keep telling you, gentlemen. I keep viewing these other men in these different groups, these other nations. Men are expected to lead. Men in these other nations, they're not expected to be used like we're being used. No, gentlemen, these men are leading their communities. If the community and the so-called black Communitah doesn't want you to lead, gentlemen, then you leave. Don't turn back. Don't see what they got going on. Whatever they were doing before you got there, they're going to still keep doing it. So yeah, gentlemen, that's all I got to say, man. You either going to lead or you're going to leave. Choice is up to you. Have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.